Today, that of the May, year 2024. Today we will give talks about Vipassanā Principle. Students and yogis cannot yet note every seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, touching, and thinking. When they arise in the body, that is, they cannot yet note the 6 kinds of sparks that arise. When the 6 kinds of strikers comes into contact with the 6th sense basis, the beavers meditating now have to start with the noting, the easiest thing, touch. The text say, Yatha Bhagavatam Vipassanā Bini Veso. That is, begins a Vipassana practice with the obvious object of the observation. It is just like the way students must begin their studies with easy material. For yogis, whatever mind and the matter arise in the body must be noted closely. Why it is happening? Doing this, the mind is kept from the going here and there. In addition, this must be done so as to come to know really existing true nature, stage by stage later on. However, of that mental and physical objects to be observed, priority must be given to the observing physical objects, since the matter is the more obvious. There are the 2 main categories of the physical objects. The 4 great elements of Patavi, Abo, Tejo, and Vayo, earth, water, temperature, and air, and dependent materiality, Upadārupa, which exists based on the 4 great elements and embellishes them. After these 2, priority must be given to the observing the 4 great elements, Mahabhuta. And after these evident great elements, the element of the motion, stiffness and tension, and Vayodhatu is the more obvious than the remaining 3. Thus, priority is given to observing that. This is the way of the prioritizing what to observe is the assembly in accordance with the instruction. Yata Bhagatam Vipassanā Bini we saw. To begins Vipassana practice with the obvious object. The next days was the analytical exposition of the Satipatthana Sutta shows the way to note, beginning with Anapana. This the Odisha was the second part of the Sutta, begins with physical objects. Further, it explains Kutasa, the parts of the body, such as the hair, body hair, fingernails, and toe nails. This just seems like samatha. The method the yogis are practicing now is not strictly samatha, concentrating on a single object. It's the samatha that goes together with vipassana. Samatha that goes together with the vipassana has the nature of observing really existing objects as they are. Anapana can also be practiced as the vipassana in order to develop vipassana knowledge. But I was the benefactor, the late most venerable Mahasi Sayadaw instructed yogis to give priority to the stiffness, tension, and movement of the tangible as the element that the occurs at the abdomen instant connection with breathing. Because it is the more obvious. Yogis are now being instructed to observe in the same way. The terms rising and the falling, the being used now when the practicing Satipatthana are not found directly in the text, but rising and the falling of the abdomen is the evident instant connection with the in-breath and out-breath. It cannot be denied that this happens. If the one breathes normally and pay attention to just the breathing in and out, the abdomen differently becomes stiff, tense, move, and the shift. It is called the rising and the falling. But in terms of the nature, it is the qualities of stiffness, tightness, movement, and shifting. No one can say that the tangible as the element. Vayos the Putabhatadu. Is the not the there, does not the exist. What is the there and exists must be observed as it is. The number of the yogis would have observed just like this and developed sati, samadhi, and insight is not small. If they meditate to quite a degree of satisfaction, they don't criticize the method, saying rising and the falling is not in the text. This is just something made up. They accepted that although the meditation, the object is not directly mentioned, there is a kind of air in the abdomen occurring instant connection with breathing in and out. It's just the observation of what is there as it is. It's the not method that makes something out of the nothing and contemplates that. Use the need to understand this. Buddhist in the text, it's the said, Chakumando the Pasandi. This means those with the eyes see. Thus, it also means that those without eyes do not see. To have the eyes doesn't mean having an ordinary physical eye. Here, eye refers to the eyes of the wisdom. It means those with the eye of wisdom see what is real and true, down to the smallest detail. To make this the meaning clear, the Buddha said, Buddhado Pasdi. Buddha means rising and existing due to the causes. What arises due to causes is the called Buddha. Yadasakam Pisakiri Chadada. What arises due to the respective causes is the called Buddha. Arising due to respective causes means that it also exists in the very present moment. Thus, jada has thus the meaning of being, existing. The Buddha used one small word to express the quality of existing. Having arisen due to causes, Buddha. Existence due to causes means all the beings with the lungs can only live if they can breathe in and out. If they cannot breathe in and out, they can die immediately. Even if they don't die, they don't have any easy or the worst being. Thus, they must breathe in and breathe out. When the breathing in, the abdomen expands and rises. It becomes stiff, tight, and moving. This is the tangible air's element. Vaya Pudava Rupa, which the organs in connection with this in breath. When the breathing out, when the air is expelled, the abdomen collapses or falls. That the tooth is relaxed air, stiff, tight, and forceful. Also, relaxed air really exists. These qualities are not something that arises without a cause. Regarding breathing and the breathing out, there is the inhalation because of the conscious intention to inhale. There is the exhalation due to the intention to exhale. Without the mental attention, inhalation and exhalation cannot occur. Thus, when investigating the root cause, the root cause of respiration, the series of the intentions to inhale and the series of intentions to exhale are definitely the main case. The rising and the falling must occur in the connection with the stiff, tensed, and moving the air known as the in-breath and out-breath. That are caused by the series of intentions to inhale and exhale. It should be understood that they occur due to the root cause, the intention to breathe and breathe out. Rising and the falling do not occur without a cause. It must be understood that they are physical qualities that arise due to causes. Understanding this, user must look at physical quality arising due to its respective causes. Yathasakam Pisyehi Jadata. Materials, the qualities that arise due to respective causes exist right in front of us. Paramata do Vijamanadaja. Paramatas that means experienced in the present by means of the personal knowledge. It is not the known by the reflection. Vipassana means it is he has the now, not that it was. It's the words that not the be in the future. It is the here, right now. That which arises due to its respective causes and is the here, right? Now in the present, the Buddha called the Buddha in the Pali. When evaluating with these the 2 points, it must be said that the rising and the falling of the abdomen, the hardness, the softness, liquidity, flowing, stickiness, dampness, heat, warmth, cold, seeing, hearing, and so on, arising in the body are the realist matter, rupa, because they are evident. They are the true, already made the reality, or pramata dhamma. It should simply be understood that true, already made reality, pramata, is what must be observed. Yogis should look so as to see what is the occurring. How to look? It's the set, a Buddha door. Buddha does the means as it really is. It is the main point. The Buddha door, pasti. Yogis should look so as to see what is the occurring. What is the occurring? How to look? It's the set, Buddha door. Buddha does the means as it really is, as they really are. Trying to and repeat the after me. No? Buddha does the meaning. No? Yogis should look.
Yogi should look
So as to see.
so as to see
What are the occurring?
what occurs
As they really are.
as they really are.
Yogi should look.
Yogi should look
So as to see.
so as to see
What are the occurring?
what occurring
As they really are.
as they really are.
Yogis should look
Yogi should look
so as to see
so as to see
what are occurring
what are occurring
as they really are.
as they really are.
You can recite? Okay,
Yogi
try. Yogi
should
should
look
look so as to see what are occurring as they really are. Yogi should look so as to see what are occurring as they really are. Yogi should look so as to see what are occurring
as they really are.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. I want to cause the sadhu. You are good the student. Once the Dara is the rising, note it accordingly as the rising. No? Once the fallen, the fallen. Once the heart. Once the soft, soft. Once the hot, hot. Once the cold, cold. Once the abandoned, abandoned. When stretching, stretching. When the lifting, lifting. When the moving, moving. When the pleasant, pleasant. Yes, you're trying to repeat after me, no? When there is rising,
There is rising.
note it as rising.
Note is as rising.
When there is rising,
When there is rising.
note it as rising.
Note it as rising.
When there is rising,
When there is rising.
note it as rising.
Note is as rising.
Okay, recite. When there is rising, note it as
rising.
when there is rising,
note is as rising. When there is rising, note it as rising.
Trying to recite the fallen. When there is the fallen,
when there is falling,
note it as the fallen. When there is the fallen, note it as fallen. When
there is falling, note it as falling.
When's the heart?
When there is note it as heart.
When there is the heart, note it as a heart. Soft.
When there is soft, note it as soft. When there is soft, note it as soft.
When there is the lifting,
when there is lifting, notice that lifting. When there is lifting, notice as lifting.
Moving. When there is the moving,
notice as moving. When there is moving, notice as moving.
Pleasing. When there is pleasing,
notice as pleasing. When there is pleasing, notice as pleasing.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. It is the Buddha does the pasti, the meaning. Used students that use the liver that the differs from what is the happening. Things that must be noted and known just as they occur, just as they are. Buddha describes the manner of the noting. Instead of again to make the mind calm, the sitting posture is the most still of the four main postures: walking, standing, sitting, and lying down. Thus, once they're going to make the mind still, first of all, use the master work to make the mind still and as stable as the posture. As the noun, after coming as a yogi to a suitable place for the meditation, quite due to the absence of humans The first thing is to sit down. It is said, sit down to cross the leg. Or panlingans the abujedwa. Don't sit with legs tightly crossed. Use the should sit comfortably. The Buddha gave specific instructions studying first of all with the how to sit. Second instruction is Ujonkayam Panidaya. For this the lower part of the body, crossing the legs accomplishes the lower the body's part of the task of the sitting. This is against the instruction refers only to the upper body. Place the upper body at 90 degrees to the floor. Ujonkayam Panidaya. Sitting with the back carved and hunched over is not good. It is not good to sit with the neck bent, or to sit leaning back as if looking up at the ceiling. It is said, yogis must sit up straight with the body from the hips to the head at 90 degrees to the floor. Some yogis slouched when sitting. There are also people who sit in ways lazy people sit. Use the should sit with the opposite body upright at right angle to the floor. The result due to sitting up straight in this way is that the bones of spine column naturally fit together properly. When they're sitting with the back carved, the bones don't meet properly. Before the long pain arises. Later, if this becomes a habit, user becomes unable to straighten up again. The Buddha taught well proportioned ways of sitting, so that you should be able to sit for long periods later on. Once then continuing to practice, sittings with the back bent, leanings on the arms is the waist, laziest people sit. You, yogis, who are really practicing energetically should completely avoid this lazy way of sitting. It's all right to put the hands in the suitable position. However, you should not move them here and there. They should be kept still. It is said, put the mind where the object of observation is primukham satin tabitva, means to focus the mind so as to be ready to observe the object that will arise. In order to be able to observe the area of rising, falling of the abdomen every time it occurs. First of all, you must put the mind on this abdomen. Once the person has the opportunity to greet the important visitors, you must go to the entrance where the visitors will come and wait. You can't go and wait at the entrance where the visitors won't come. Also, you must look for yours the visitors. As soon as you see them, you must meet and greet them. Thus, it is necessary to wait where the important visitor will come and pay attention, facing the direction in which the visitor will come. The rising and the falling occur at the abdomen. Therefore, just as with this simile, you should put your mind on the place of your occurrence. Focus the mind on the abdomen. Okay, we will stop here. So by practicing Vipassana meditation, may all the yogis be liberated from all the suffering. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.